Hello out there and good morning traders. It is June 6th, 2024 and welcome to the Apteros DMI or Daily Market Insight. Let's start with our recap from yesterday. So talking about our DMI from yesterday, we were mentioning that our shorter term time frames were definitely more bullish and we were looking at this line in the sand as the area for the bulls to hold up. And along that path, as we were heading higher, we were talking about this particular hurdle that the bulls had to get through. If the bulls got through that area, it became much more bullish of an opportunity overall in this market, and that was really kind of the basics of what we were talking about in the DMI yesterday. So coming into the open, we kind of were seeing that early push, and then the pullback started, and we got a little bit of a shakeout here into the line in the sand with some news, and then a little bit further down move coming closer to our line in the sand, but definitely good inflections from down below to catch the bullishness in this market, and then of course right up into that main target area here, which was kind of the planned first leg of our journey for the bulls, right? So that was really the opportunity that we were stalking coming into the session. From there, things got a little bit more micro because we really didn't see a major pullback at that point. So we were kind of monitoring how this was going to play out with the downside. And these were really the only two inflections possible for this bearish level here, right? Kind of coming up to the edge of it, coming up to either side of it, and it just didn't go anywhere. It went nowhere, giving us an inclination that is possibly going to break down. And if you were watching an intraday framework here, there was really no opportunity from an intraday perspective to start looking short. And once it broke up through here, a little bit of a micro acceptance picture at this point in terms of the price and so forth, but definitely holding above our line in the sand area here, a possible inflection. This was a little bit more of a let's just say an advanced situation to be in terms of acceptance, in terms of price, and reading kind of the story of what's happening coming into that area there. Other than that, though, the market just continued to rally out of there with no real pullback into this zone if you were waiting for something like that. So that's just where, and how it shook out. But we really nailed our first leg of that particular trade here based off our line in the sand, based off our DMI preparation right into this main target area here. And then from there, it was about monitoring the bulls and the bears to see which side was going to win out. And of course, obvious now from price, but the bulls had control of the day pretty much from this moment onward. So now taking a look at what's going on today, that line in the sand area now still makes a lot of sense for us in terms of trade location and context. And we have a couple of multiple ideas kind of lining up here, stacked references, things like that. So this is really our primary line in the sand for the session, with scenario one being a hold up above, scenario two being a breakdown below. If scenario one plays out, this is the overall like stretch target or destination that we're looking for out here in this neutral area up around 53.93s, somewhere like that. It's possible that we don't get a full pullback into this line in the sand, and if that happens, you're looking for that grindy all-time high type of trading, getting above this area here and continuing to the upside. If that doesn't occur, then the pullback's a little bit more likely in terms of narrative and context. And if we get that pullback into our line in the sand, scenario one is kind of what we're focused on at that area. From there, if we see a breakdown or something changes and shifts and we start seeing scenario two, we have some neutral targets that we can use kind of in the interim to get down below there. And then, of course, a further target down below at that point where we're looking for this market to kind of head to. And then there are some stretch targets down below if this market, for whatever reason, completely reverses in on itself and looking down to the 52.77s or something like that. If the bears, completely unwind everything that's been done here by the bulls. There is another target up above here, up into the 54.16s. If we get up there, just kind of showing you the full landscape of where some of the references might lie. But this really is, what you're seeing here in the view really is the bulk of the expectation based on the DMI and the analysis and so forth. So that's where we're at right now with today. More bullish across the board. We have a clear line in the sand with multiple trade ideas kind of stacked in that area. It's kind of where we want to be whenever it comes to NADRO analysis and lines in the sand and so forth. So trade well out there, mind your risk, and let's have a great trading day.